Today we'll learn how to put shadows in our HTML element. For example, we have this subscribe element main, and you look at it, you notice it is pretty plain. It looks very 2D. So to make it look more 3D and to put life in it, we want to give it a shadow. And how to do that? First, we'll come up here and we'll write box shadow. And box shadow takes four arguments. First argument is the location of shadow in horizontal axis. Let's say we save it as 2 pixels. So the shadow that will be forming will be 2 pixels towards the left, making 2 pixels towards the right of the element. And the second argument is the location of shadow in vertical axis. So again, let's write 2 pixels. Third argument is how much fadeness you want. I mean, how much blur you want in your shadow. For now, let's not make any blur. Write 0. And the fourth argument is what color of shadow you want. So usually the color of shadow is black, so we'll write black. Now save this and refresh it. If you saw, the shadow is added. Since the color of shadow is same as the color of our elements, so we cannot see. So let's change the color of shadow for a while. Let's make it something like blue. Save this and refresh. So now you can see the shadow. It's 2 pixels towards the right and 2 pixels towards the bottom. This is what these two arguments do. Now let's make the shadow a little bit clearer. Let's say 4 pixels. Let's see what it does. Did you saw that? Now it looks really cool. I'm guessing so. Now let's make this shadow a bit real. Now as you know, most of the time shadow aren't blue in color. Shadows are always black in color. To make it more real, we'll change the color to blue, from blue to black. And for shadows, we do not write color as RGB values. And there is another color coding convention, especially for shadows. We can write, instead of giving RGB value, we can give a RGBA value. Now inside this RGB value, we have to give four arguments. First one is how much red, second one is how much green, third one is how much blue. One A stands for alpha, which means how much opacity you want in your color. For example, let's give a color of red this time. 255, 0, 0, and for the value of opacity, let's give 0.7. Save this and refresh it. See, this is red color, but it's a bit see-through. Let's change the opacity for a while so that you can understand it better. Save this and refresh. This is actual red. Since we have decreased the opacity to 0. Let's say this time 0.1 only. Save this. Now you will see it's so see-through that we can't even see that it's there or not. Let's make it 0.15. Save this. You saw it's very little bit. So let's increase the value of this pixel so that we might able to see this 4 pixel. So now you can see this. Now we know in real life shadows are not red in color. Yes. So to make it more natural, we want to change the color to black. Save this. This or that. The shadow. Now it looks pretty decent. One more thing that I want to add here is that the shadow should not be present all the time. It should only be visible when we hover over this button. Otherwise, it should not be visible for us. To make it visible only when we hover, we're gonna cut this property from here and paste it in hover block. Now let's save this, refresh the page. See how beautiful this looks. And also, just to make a nice transition for the shadow, inside this transition property, we'll put comma and write the name of the next property that we want to transition. Here it is, box shadow. How long the transition should go? Let's write 0.15 seconds only. Save this, refresh. Now you will see there's a shuttle transition in this. If you can't see, let's increase the value of duration. Save this, refresh. Now see this. It is solid. So let's make it more natural.